Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek of my latest bad boy membership program. And in this one, I'm teaching you the type of first dates that you should go on and the types of first dates that you should never go on, okay? So I've talked about this a little bit on some of my live streams, some of my videos, but I wanted to go more in depth so that you guys can understand why there are certain dates that you should go on a first date, because those are going to lead to actual sexual attraction, meaning that the woman is going to find you sexually appealing. You're going to be able to build sexual tension on these dates that will let you know if the girl is actually sexually interested in you. Then there are first dates that you go on that do not lead to that or don't let you know if the woman is sexually attracted to you or not. So then you end up wasting your time going on a first date that basically leads to nowhere. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of this program. After you watch this clip, make sure you click the link below or go straight to badboymembership.com, and so you can get this program plus all the other Bad Boy membership programs. All right, check this out. What I'm telling you is that the most important thing when it comes to a first date is there sexual chemistry? Is there sexual compatibility? Now, why is this? The reason why is because, let's say, for example, even if you want the girl to be someone like a girlfriend, like let's say you want a girlfriend at some point and you see this girl and you're like, I'm attracted to her. And if everything is cool, right? If we get along, I would want this type of woman to be my girlfriend, right? Makes sense. But check this out. It doesn't make sense for her to be your girlfriend if there is no sexual chemistry there. So what happens is you have a lot of guys who go on first dates with a woman. The woman's not really that sexually attracted to them, right? Not to say that she's not sexually attracted at all, but she's not really sexually attracted to him. And they go out on a second date, a third date, fourth date. They probably end up hooking up and, having sex or whatever. And then for whatever reason, they end up being in a relationship. Then what happens is that they're in this long-term relationship and the sex isn't really popping off like it used to. He's not really having a good time in this situation. She's running the show and all this other stuff, right? Now, this all occurred because at the beginning, right, she wasn't that sexually attracted to him. So you have a lot of guys who are in relationships who are with women who aren't really that sexually attracted to him. And what happened was on the first date, she's shown you that she didn't have that much sexual interest in you, which is why right now you have a girlfriend or a wife who's not really that sexually attracted to you. So even if you want a girlfriend, a wife, or a long-term situation, the girl still has to be sexually attracted and find you sexually appealing and like you in that way. And so what happens is you have to find that out on the first date so you don't waste your time. See, a woman will still date you. A woman will still be in a relationship with you. A woman will still marry you, even though she isn't highly sexually attracted to you. And then what that means is that you're not going to be having as much sex as you want because you're going to be dealing with a woman who's not really that sexually attracted to you. So even if you are looking for a long-term relationship, because let's say the type of guy like, come on, Locario, man, I'm not trying to be no player. I want to find my one. I want to find my boo-boo, my everything and all that other nonsense, right? Let's say you're saying that you still need to see if this woman is sexually attracted. And so if she's not sexually attracted, there's no reason to continue to deal with this woman, right? So the point of the first date is to first see if there is sexual compatibility, because even before, to see if y'all get along and y'all connect on all these other non-sexual levels, the sexual attraction needs to be there, right? Also, again, let's say if you're, just having some fun, this chick looks good, you want to hook up with her or whatever it is like that. Of course, there needs to be sexual compatibility there. So you need to see if that is there in the first place, right? And you see that by flirting, building sexual tension, and all those other good things. And I talk about all this on the, past programs of the Bad Boy membership. So listen to those again. Right? So the point of the first date is to see if there is sexual chemistry between you and the woman. So if the girl doesn't want to kiss you on the first date, you charge it to the game. If the girl is like, oh, well, I want to take it slow and I got to get to know you. Again, this does not mean that she will never have sex with you, but it's a sign that she's not that sexually interested in you. So, at that point, deal with her at your own risk, but understand that her sort of wanting to take it slow, asking you all these questions, telling you she's not the type of girl, yada, 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 so forth and so on. shows that the sexual chemistry and compatibility isn't really, that strong between you and this woman, right? So the point of that first date is to see if there's sexual interest in the situation, right? Now, a lot of guys, they say to me, Locario, I be going on these dates and I still don't get to hook up. And, I'm really just trying to have sex, but then I'm wasting all this money. So the question is, when do you not need to go on dates? So I talked about this before. If you just want sex and that is it, you have no interest in, seeing this woman, you have no interest in anything serious, and all you really want is to hook up for that night or, hook up a few times and keep it moving, then you don't need to go on any dates, right? You just basically let the girl know that you're interested in hooking up. And, you go over her, you get her to come to your crib, you get a hotel or whatever it is like that, right? And so a lot of times guys think they need to go on first dates in order to hook up, and you don't need to go on first dates to hook up, right? Again, the first date is to see if there is sexual compatibility, right? Because the thing is this, is that if you want to, continue to hook up with this girl, you want to make sure that she actually wants to hook up with you. And then once you guys start hooking up, let's say she's becomes the fuck buddy or whatever it is like that, you still want to have a good time having sex with this particular woman. So you need to see if y'all are sexually compatible when you guys have sex. And then if at some point, let's say, for example, you want her long term, that's the time where you start to see, hey, does this girl have the type of personality that I like? Okay, cool. So the personality is on point. The sex is on point. So now you're vetting this woman to see if she would make a good girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? But if you just want sex and that is it, all you need to do is have sex. You do not need to go on any dates. And again, all you do is, let's say you meet a girl, in public or whatever. Y'all exchange information, let her know that you're interested in hooking up. And if she's interested, you exchange information and all that other stuff. And then you set up a time for y'all to hook up. If you're on the dating app, I've talked about this on the programs about, dating apps. What you can do is you can get the girl on FaceTime or phone call, and then you can have her come over. Remember, with those things, you still have to proceed with caution. Make sure that the woman is, not crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Feel the vibe out. You understand? Ask her certain questions that's going to, get you to sort of see how she responds and all of that. Flirt, right? And then you tell her to come over, right? But what you got to understand is that if you just want sex and that is it, you do not need to go on first dates. So when we talk about you guys going on first dates, even if you don't necessarily see a woman as a long-term situation, and let's say you just want a fuck buddy, right? Sometimes it's still good to, go on one date just to feel the woman out, to see, okay, I'm attracted to her. She's attracted to me. I see that she's not crazy. It's not like you're talking to her to get to know everything about her, but you can tell, okay, she seems like she's cool. So I'll continue to deal with her, get with her, and make something happen. You see what I'm saying? Or what happens also, and I've talked about this before too, is that let's say you actually really start to like a girl, meaning y'all hook up, y'all are sexually attracted to each other, but then the thing is that you're like, oh, I would want to vet this woman because she seems cool. What happens is because y'all went on a first date, it is more likely that she will want to continue to see you in the context of dating. So this is why I always tell a lot of guys, see, I said earlier, you don't need to go on a date if you just want to hook up. The thing is, though, when you don't go on a date and you just meet a woman and you just hook up, a lot of times, if you like her, you're interested in her, a lot of times what will happen is, and not all the time, but a lot of times, is that it's hard to retain that woman because y'all met just by hooking up. But if you went on a first date or one date before y'all hooked up, that woman is more likely to continue to see you after the fact because y'all started off on a date. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a whole another thing that guys really, really need to understand. Now, let's get into, the type of first dates you should and shouldn't go on. The type of first dates you should and shouldn't go on. So now I have a list of 10 dates that you should not go on and a list of 5 dates that you should go on. Now, before I get into that, I want you to understand the basis of why you shouldn't go on the dates I'm about to tell you and why you should go on the dates I'm about to tell you. So this is the thing. The dates that you should go on as a first date, that you should go on, are dates where it is easy to build sexual tension. I'm going to say that again. The dates that you should go on are dates where it's easy to build sexual tension, which in turn doesn't leave room for a lot of non-sexual attention. So the dates you should go on are dates that build sexual tension and doesn't leave a lot of room for non-sexual attention. Right? Those are the dates you should go on. Now, the dates you shouldn't go on are the opposite. So the first dates you shouldn't go on, what it's going to do is it's going to have a lot of non-sexual attention, and it doesn't leave a lot of room for building sexual tension. So the dates you shouldn't go on are the ones that's going to have a lot of non-sexual attention, and it's going to be a situation where it doesn't really leave room to build sexual tension. Right? So that's the premise that you guys have to understand, is that the dates that you should go on first dates are the dates that lend itself to making it easy for you to build sexual tension. Why do you need to build sexual tension? Because you need to see if you guys are sexually compatible on the first date. The first dates that don't build sexual tension, right? Meaning that there's a lot of non-sexual attention in the situation, you should not go on those dates for first dates. You understand? First dates need to be dates that build sexual tension. I'm saying it again. First dates should be dates that build sexual tension. First dates should be dates that build sexual tension. Now, to be fair, you can go on any date, any type of date, and build sexual tension. But what I'm saying is that the first dates you should go on should be dates that they're set up and make it easier for you to do that, versus the dates that you shouldn't go on. And these dates that you shouldn't go on make it more difficult for you to build sexual tension, for you to see if that woman is sexually attracted to you. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the dates that you should not go on. Let's do that first. We're going to talk about the dates that you should not go on. Then we're going to get into the dates that you should go on. All right. So remember, the dates that you should not go on are the dates that is going to give you a lot of, or give the woman a lot of non-sexual attention, and it's going to leave little room for building sexual tension. Right. So now let's get into these dates. Now, I don't have this in any order of importance. I'm gonna just go 1 through 10, and we're going to talk about each date and why you should not go on these dates, and why these dates do not build sexual tension, and it's going to give the woman a lot of non-sexual attention. All right. So now, first thing we have on a list of dates that you should not go on for first dates is